Would you have the courage to enter a town alone where there's nobody? Like, nobody at all. Empty houses, deserted streets, just you and the silence. Well, here in Ontario, there are places exactly like that. Entire towns that were abandoned. And you know what's craziest? Many of these houses still have things inside. Like, the furniture is there, photos on the walls, as if people had just vanished. I research these places and man, even professional explorers, those who've seen everything, say the same thing. Never, but never, ever go to these places alone. Today I'm going to show you 5 of these ghost towns here in Ontario. And look, I guarantee you one thing. After knowing these stories, you'll think twice before wanting to explore any abandoned place. Some of these stories will give you chills. Ready? So come with me. Well, before we dive into these scary stories, do me a favor. Take a quick look to see if you're already subscribed to the channel. Seriously, it helps a lot, because this is only the first video of a huge series I'm going to make. I'm going to show you places here in Canada that you didn't even know existed. Mysterious places, crazy stories, these things we love. So subscribe, because there's a lot of good stuff coming. Now let's go to the ghost towns. Ghost Town 5, Balaclava. Look, the first town on our list is Balaclava in Renfrew County, deep in Ontario countryside. Imagine, it's 1855. Lumber was the gold of that time. Everyone wanted it for houses, furniture, exports. Balaclava had the perfect location, forest everywhere, Bonacare River right there for transport. A visionary businessman built a huge sawmill, modern for the time. The town grew quickly. Workers came, then merchants, a doctor, they built a school, church. Families arrived with hope, bought land, built solid stone houses to last generations. Life was hard-working in a 19th century sawmill, but it had purpose. It had a future. Then the 1900s arrived and everything fell apart. First, lumber became scarce. They'd cut too many trees too fast. Second, newer sawmills appeared elsewhere. Third, the final blow. The sawmill caught fire. The owner couldn't rebuild, so he closed it. And when the only employment source closes, people left. Young people first, then families, then merchants. Within years, Balaclava became a ghost town. What you find today? The cemetery breaks your heart. Tombstones crooked, fallen. From the 1860s, 1870s, over 150 years old. Graves of babies who died from diseases we cure today. Moss covers everything. Names almost illegible. The stone houses are still there, but the forest took over. Literally. Trees growing inside houses. You see stone walls with tree trunks coming through, plants climbing windows, vines covering doors. One specific house gave me chills. 2-story gray stone. Staircase still there, half the steps gone. You can see pieces of flowered wallpaper on the second floor. Faded. Who chose that wallpaper? Was she happy putting it up? The wooden bridges over the river are rotten, completely deteriorated. Holes everywhere, wood crumbling. Try to cross, you'll probably fall. And the paranormal part. Explorers report strange experiences. People swear they heard voices. Clear voices, like someone talking, but nobody there. One explorer photographing the cemetery at dusk clearly heard a woman's voice. Thomas. Thomas. He froze, looked around. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And lights at night. Lights moving between buildings like someone with a lantern. But nobody lives there. No electricity. Where do they come from? A group camping nearby saw lights moving through the abandoned town at 3 a.m. Watched for 15 minutes then. Disappeared. Simply went out. Next day investigated. Nothing. No trace, no explanation. The structures are super dangerous. Uneven ground, hidden holes. Walls can collapse anytime. Weak floors. So when I say don't go alone, it's serious. Get hurt there. Could take hours until someone finds you. Remote, dangerous, isolated. Ghost Town 4, Depot Harbour. Now if you thought Balaclava was scary, Depot Harbour takes it to another level. Started in 1896. Canada Atlantic Railway had a brilliant idea. Build a port on Georgian Bay to transport grain. They chose a perfect isolated peninsula and didn't do things halfway. Built an entire city from scratch. Giant port, grain elevator with 1 million bushels capacity, over 70 buildings, running water, sewage, planned streets. Hundreds of workers with families went there. At peak, over 500 permanent residents, over 1,000 during high season. Life was busy. Train whistles, workers at port, ships arriving. Bakery with fresh bread daily. Butcher, warehouse, post office, real community. Everyone knew each other. But things changed. Railway sold in 1905. New management. Built new port elsewhere. Then WWI disrupted everything. Final blow? The 1945 fire. Devastating. Spread rapidly, strong wind, dry wood, perfect fuel. Building after building burned. Grain elevator, houses, church, school. Everything. When it ended, almost nothing remained. Just concrete foundations and ashes. Today it's part of Massasauga Provincial Park. Getting there isn't easy. Park and walk 5 kilometers on a trail. About an hour, hour and a half. Then you start seeing concrete pieces in forest. You realize foundations, house foundations, dozens. Surreal. You're in forest and suddenly these concrete rectangles. You can see where rooms were. Living room, bedroom, kitchen. One foundation still has rusted wood stove remains. You wonder, how many meals prepared there? How many families gathered around it? Dock remains still there. Just concrete pillars now, covered with algae. Fish swim between them. Still train tracks, completely rusted, half covered but visible. The silence is hard to describe. Not normal silence, heavy silence, like the air is denser. Many visitors describe feeling watched, as if invisible eyes follow you. The stories. Workers died in accidents, falls from docks, train accidents, falling cargo. Some believe these workers never left. Trapped there, eternally repeating routines. A photographer stayed until sunset for golden light shots. Coming back at dusk, he swore he heard a train whistle, clearly. But no train. Hasn't been for decades. He quickened his pace, felt that chill on his neck. And very important, no cell signal. Nothing. Zero. Completely disconnected. Get hurt, twist foot, break something. You walk 5 kilometers back or wait for help. But not many people go there. Fascinating place, full of history, but demands respect and preparation. Ghost Town 3, Killarney Collins Inlet. Third ghost town is Killarney, or Collins Inlet, on Georgian Bay. Started in the 1820s. Hudson's Bay Company established a fur trading post. Perfect location. Many beavers, foxes, martens. Then 1850s, 60s, discovered mineral deposits. Quartz, silver, gold. Attracted miners. Georgian Bay was full of fish, trout, salmon, pike, walleye. Killarney became mixed community, miners, fishermen, merchants. About 200, 300 people in 1900s. Small but vibrant. General store, school, white church, community hall with Saturday dances. Summer, fishermen left at dawn. Miners worked nearby. Women cared for houses, children, gardens. Winter Bay froze, like ice plain. Life got harder, isolation heavy. But united community. Had to be in remote place. Then things changed. Mines ran out. Fishing became regulated. 1960s, final exodus. No school, no health clinic, barely any supplies. Families left one by one. Became a ghost town. Today, it's chilling. Several wooden houses still standing, advanced decomposition. One specific, 2-story, yellow. All windows broken, glass shards reflecting sunlight. Door open, swinging, creaking, still things inside. Explorer entered. Living room had torn sofa. Kitchen had table, 2 chairs. On table, a glass cup covered in dust. Who drank from it last? Upstairs, bedroom with moldy mattress. Wall had 1964 calendar. Over 60 years ago, time stopped. Coast full of shipwrecked fishing boats. Rotting. One half sunk, tilted, wooden hull cracked, ribs exposed, algae growing, seagulls perch. Now the scariest part, the fog. Georgian Bay known for sudden dense fog. You're exploring on normal day, seeing fine. Like white wall moving toward land. Covers everything. Can't see your hand. Everything becomes surreal. Sounds muffled. Can't orient yourself. That's when you hear sounds. Chains being dragged. Tsh, tsh. That metallic scraping. But no chain. You search. Find nothing. And footsteps. Clear. Heavy. Like boots upstairs. 3 explorers visited, exploring old school. 1-story wooden building, simple, empty, small, no basement, no attic. Rectangle with 2 rooms. Inside photographing old desks, they clearly heard footsteps outside. Approaching door. Someone's coming? Waited. Footsteps stopped at door. Silence. About 30 seconds. Then, footsteps moved away. As if someone arrived, stood looking, then left. One ran to door, opened it, looked everywhere. Nobody. Snow falling lightly. There'd be fresh prints. No prints, only theirs. Left immediately. Feeling watched was unbearable and important. Bears frequent the area. Black bears common. Love exploring abandoned buildings for food or shelter. Froze. Listening. Something big moving. Then, heavy breathing. Slowly approached stairs. Looked down carefully. Bear in living room. Big black bear, probably 150 kilos. Going through old boxes. Stayed completely still. Heart racing. Bear stayed about 5 minutes, then left. Waited another 15 minutes before running out. Never went back alone. Now always carries bear pepper spray. So Killarney is fascinating, disturbing, but genuinely dangerous. Not just ghost possibility, real physical dangers. Unstable buildings. Floor holes hidden by rotten boards. Broken glass everywhere. Bears. Sudden fog that disorients. Demands respect, preparation. Never explore alone. But the next 2, even more intense. One has an apparition so famous it's become an Ontario legend. Dozens saw the same figure in the same place. And the other? A town, literally underwater, that appears and disappears like magic. When it emerges, a vision from another world. But before continuing, tell me in comments, had you heard about Depot Harbour? About worker legends who died and never left? And more importantly, would you explore these places? For real? Or just hearing scared you? Talk in comments. I'll read all and respond to each one. Now let's continue. Really good story coming. Ghost Town 2, Rockport. Alright, 4th ghost town is Rockport in beautiful Thousand Islands region. Thousand Islands between Ontario and New York, where St. Lawrence River meets Lake Ontario. Simply stunning. Over 1,800 islands, some tiny, others large. Many with castles, mansions. Rockport was right in the middle. Around 1810, after War of 1812, region colonizing. Rockport had perfect location on main St. Lawrence navigation route, a visionary built-in inn, simple wooden inn for travelers. Worked, many stopped there. Everyone needed sleep and food. Then 1840, expanded. Built Rockport Hotel. This wasn't just anything, elegant. 3 floors, stone and brick, imported furniture, fancy wallpaper, silver cutlery. Luxury, large dining room, ballroom, comfortable rooms with real beds. Rockport grew around hotel. Stores opened, school built, beautiful stone church. Victorian houses appeared, beautiful with porches, large windows, pointed roofs, painted bright colors, each with garden, white fence. Late 1800s, early 1900s, Rockport was the place. You have to go to Rockport. Rich families from Toronto and Ottawa had summer homes. Summer packed with elegant people, parties. But then came the change. 1960s, government built Highway 401 connecting Toronto to Montreal. Where did it go? Far from Rockport, kilometers north. That was the end. Divert traffic, town dies. Tourists stopped coming. Hotel lost money. Stores sold less. Merchants closed. Rich families stopped coming. Summer houses closed year-round. People left. Young first, then families, even elderly who swore never to leave. Rockport became ghost town. The Rockport Hotel still stands, imposing. 3 floors looking at river, but abandoned. Windows broken, some boarded. Main door locked with chains. But ground floor windows, some open, swinging. Hotel has heavy reputation. One of Ontario's most haunted. Paranormal investigators visited. All feel same. Strong presence on second floor, especially room 7. Legend says woman died there late 1800s, staying with husband. Apparently he murdered her, strangled her at night. He was arrested, tried, hanged. And her never left. Guests in room 7 before closing reported feeling watched, someone sitting on bed edge at night, cold hands touching face. A 1950s couple woke midnight. Both saw woman figure in corner, period dress, pale, staring. Turned on light, she disappeared, vanished. Packed bags, left midnight, left money at reception with note, never returned. But Rockport's most famous apparition isn't in hotel. It's on pier. Wooden pier into river. Old missing boards, crooked, still there. This is where Lady in White appears. Dozens, literally dozens over decades reported same. At dusk, especially full moon or fog, woman figure appears. Dressed completely white, long period dress. Stands looking at river. Then starts walking, slowly, toward pier end. Reaches end, simply disappears. Poof, vanishes. So many saw this it became attraction. Paranormal forums discuss best times to see Lady in White. Local fisherman, 40-plus years in region, saw her 5 times. Doesn't believe in ghosts, can't explain. Says, I saw with my own eyes. Wasn't drunk, wasn't on drugs. Saw woman in white appear and disappear. Several times. Who is she? Nobody knows. Theories. Woman who died in hotel. Woman who drowned in 1800s. Bride abandoned at altar who jumped. Nobody knows. But she keeps appearing. Now another intriguing element. Underground tunnel. Tunnel runs under town. Nobody knows where it leads or its purpose. Discovered 1970s by teenagers exploring abandoned house basement. Found trapdoor hidden under debris. Opened it, saw staircase down, went down with flashlights, found tunnel, about 1.80 meters high, stone walls, damp, dark. Walked about 50 meters, got scared. Came back. Many tried exploring, but dangerous, parts collapsed, water accumulated, oxygen risk. Theories vary. Underground railroad helping slaves escape, smuggling during Prohibition, underground storage, nobody knows. Adds to mystery. And super important, many properties still have owners. Even abandoned, still private. Can't invade. Illegal. Can be arrested for trespassing. But even observing outside, walking empty streets, looking at Victorian houses with broken windows, visible furniture, already gives chills. Go at dusk, stay near pier, suddenly see white figure. You'll have your own story. Ghost Town 1, Eugenia Falls. And finally, 5th and last ghost town. Most bizarre, unique, surreal of all. Eugenia Falls, Grey County. What makes it different? It's underwater, literally submerged. Started in 1850s. Grey County colonizing, pioneers discovered beautiful Eugenia Falls waterfall, 30 meters high, like 10-story building with water pouring. Pioneers realized they could use water's force for energy. Hydraulic energy. Built mill. First simple grinding grain. Farmers brought wheat, corn, mill transformed to flour. Years passed, mill evolved. 1890s became hydroelectric plant. One of Ontario's first. Revolutionary. Until then, nightlight needed candles or oil lamps. But electricity? Press button. Boom. Light. Eugenia grew rapidly. Plant offered many jobs. Workers came everywhere. Engineers, operators, mechanics, electricians, and families. Town grew. Wooden houses, general store, one-room school, simple church, small hotel. Proud of plant, most modern in region, provided electricity to surrounding towns. Life had routine. Men to plant, women cared for homes, children played near river. Sunday's church. After mass, picnics near waterfall. Small, united community. Everyone knew each other. Plant worked well decades. 1890 to 1920, everything perfect. But 1920s, Ontario government had idea. Wanted to expand energy capacity, build dam, giant dam creating huge reservoir. Best place? Exactly where Eugenia Falls was. Problem, to create reservoir, had to flood part of town. Imagine receiving that news. Government arrives. We need to flood this. 6 months to leave. Devastating. People tried protesting. Meetings, letters, petitions. Didn't help. Government decided. Greater good, more important than small town. Families started packing. Some dismantled houses, rebuilt elsewhere. Others abandoned everything. Sad scene. Wagons full of belongings, families crying, looking back one last time. 1922, started building dam. 1923, opened floodgates. Water started rising. Slowly first, then faster. First covered streets, then entered houses through ground floor. Then covered first floor, kept rising. Within days, part of Eugenia Falls completely submerged. Underwater, as if never existed. Stayed that way until today. Now, insane part. Reservoir water level varies by season and energy use. Summer high. Autumn and winter, level drops. When drops enough, town starts appearing. Surreal. Looking at reservoir, dark calm water. Suddenly see structures emerging. First foundation tops. Stone walls rising like islands. Then more details. See where rooms were. Staircase remains. Wall pieces standing. Something deeply disturbing. Like town being resurrected. Saying, hey, I'm still here. You drowned me, but I still exist. Photographers become obsessed. Depending on time of year, see different things. A photographer documented over years, said each water drop. Town tells different story. Hidden structures appear. Water reveals trapped objects. Once level particularly low, clearly saw wood stove remains. In what must have been kitchen, original position. Rusted, covered sludge, but recognizable. Stood looking, imagining. How many meals? How many families? How many children fed? Now underwater, forgotten. Waterfall still exists. Spectacular. But now part of dam system. Water plunging 30 meters, constant deafening noise. That constant sound creates heavy atmosphere. Like sound envelops you, presses you. Many visitors feel inexplicable sadness. Like place emanated melancholy. And legends. Workers died during construction. Accidents common. Someone slipped, fell in turbulent water. During dam construction 1920s, also accidents. People fell, crushed, drowned. Legend says workers never left. Stayed trapped, eternally repeating work routines. Some visitors swear heard tool sounds, hammering, sawing, from underwater. Obviously nobody working down there. But sound is there. Others saw lights moving underwater at night. Like lanterns. But not lanterns. Something else. And tunnels. Tunnels part of plant's original system. Now partially or totally submerged. Experienced diver decided exploring years ago. Professional, decades experience. Went down with proper equipment, underwater camera. Found tunnel entrance. Entered slowly, filming. Walls stone and brick, covered algae and sludge. Small fish swam. Water dark. Flashlight, cutting darkness. Then started feeling presence. As if something there with him. Looked back several times, saw nothing. Just darkness and bubble trail. But feeling got stronger. Then, heard it. Even underwater, even with equipment, heard sound. Low, guttural sound that shouldn't exist underwater. Immediately started swimming back. Said felt primitive fear. Body saying, "Get out now!" Reached surface, trembling. Breathing fast, Said in 30 years diving, never felt so scared, never went back. Said no matter how much money, wouldn't dive those tunnels again. Video he filmed shows tunnel, walls, fish. But one point, camera starts having interference. Image distorted, full static. Can hear that low sound. Posted online, many tried explaining. Technical problem, water pressure, magnetic interference. But he insists, wasn't any of that. There was something down there. And most dangerous part, the water itself. Currents extremely dangerous. May look calm on surface, but underneath very strong currents drag you away. Every year people drown. Tourists underestimating danger, wanting to swim, slipping. Cliffs always wet. Moss, algae, way too slippery. Tragic case years ago. Teenager taking photos near edge. Lost balance, slipped, fell in water. Current pulled down immediately. Found body 3 days later, kilometers downstream. So when I say dangerous, not exaggeration. Statistically one of Ontario's most dangerous places. But at same time, fascinating. Unique in world. Town appearing and disappearing. Town sacrificed for progress. Town refusing to be forgotten. If you visit, public place you can go, please be extremely careful. Don't get close to water edge. Don't try swimming. Don't climb wet cliffs. Observe from distance. Take photos. Respect place. Remember people who lived, loved, lost everything when waters rose. Place of beauty, but also deep sadness. So that's it. 5 ghost towns, each with unique story, inexplicable mysteries. If you enjoyed video, leave that like and comment below which town gave you most chills. We'll read and respond to all of you. And if still not subscribed, man, subscribe now. Hit that red button, because there's a lot coming, already researching next videos. Ideas about haunted places in Canada, unsolved mysteries of Ontario, Canadian urban legends, forbidden places no one can visit, real survival stories in Canadian wilderness, and much more. Ton of incredible content coming. Turn on bell to receive all notifications. Stay on top of everything. And if you want to go beyond, support channel more directly, become channel member and receive exclusive content. See you next video.